The Royal Rumble just got a whole lot more dangerous. Oba Femi, the most dominant force in NXT history, just crashed the main roster party, and the WWE landscape will never be the same. What's up, wrestling fanatics? Welcome back to Suplex Rumble, where we break down the biggest moments in professional wrestling. If you've been sleeping on NXT, let me wake you up real quick. Oba Femi isn't just another call-up. This man is a 6'5", 270-pound wrecking machine who held the NXT North American Championship for over 300 days. That's not a reign, that's a dynasty. And now, he strutted his way into the Royal Rumble, announced his arrival to the main roster, and sent a message to every single superstar in that locker room: the ruler has arrived, and he's here to conquer. Before we dive deep into this monumental debut, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our breakdowns of the biggest wrestling moments. Drop a comment below telling me your favorite Royal Rumble debut of all time. Now, let's get into it. For those just tuning into the Oba Femi experience, let me give you the crash course on why this man is special. Oba Femi burst onto the NXT scene like a force of nature. From day one, this man carried himself differently. The confidence, the presence, the way he commands attention the second he steps through that curtain. He doesn't just walk to the ring, he owns every inch of that walkway like royalty surveying his kingdom. But here's the thing that separates Oba from every other powerhouse we've seen: he's not just strong, he's athletic. We're talking about a man who can toss opponents around like ragdolls, but then hit you with agility that has no business coming from someone his size. Picture a freight train that can do a standing moonsault. That's the kind of freak athlete we're dealing with. During his historic North American Championship reign, Oba didn't just beat challengers, he erased them from the title picture. Dragon Lee? Dominated. Joe Coffey? Demolished. Wes Lee? Made him look like a child. The man ran through NXT's roster like a hot knife through butter, and he did it all while making it look easy. What makes Oba truly dangerous is his wrestling IQ. He's not just relying on power. He studies his opponents, he adapts mid-match, and he has this uncanny ability to turn your greatest strength into your biggest weakness. Highflyers learned real quick that jumping at Oba Femi is a great way to get caught mid-air and planted into the canvas. And let's talk about that finisher. The move he calls his signature has ended careers and dreams in NXT. It's devastating, it's spectacular, and when you see it coming, it's already too late. So when WWE decided it was time to bring Oba to the main roster, there was only one stage big enough for his arrival: the Royal Rumble, the granddaddy of them all, where legends are made and futures are written in a single night. Now let's talk about the moment. The Royal Rumble countdown hits 0, the buzzer sounds, and the anticipation in that arena is electric. The crowd is on their feet because you never know who's about to make that walk. And then, the music hits. If you were watching on your couch, you saw the entire energy in that stadium shift. The NXT faithful in the crowd erupted because they know what's coming. But for everyone else, they're about to get educated real fast. Oba Femi steps out, and immediately, you can see it written all over his face. No nervousness. No deer-in-headlights moment. This man walks down that ramp like he's been main eventing WrestleMania for a decade. The strut, the confidence, the presence, it's undeniable. He steps over the top rope, doesn't even use the stairs because why would a ruler need stairs, and the second his boots hit that canvas, every superstar in that ring feels it. You can see it in their eyes. The calculation starts immediately. Do we try to eliminate him together? Do we stay clear? Who's brave enough, or stupid enough, to swing first? And here's what I loved about Oba's performance in the Rumble. He didn't come in trying to eliminate everyone in 30 seconds like he's got something to prove. No, he came in calculated. He picked his spots, he measured his opponents, and when he struck with purpose. Watch the way he cleared house. The power slams that shook the ring. The way he caught someone attempting a crossbody and just launched them over the top rope like they weighed nothing. The clubbing blows that echoed through the arena. Every single move screamed one thing: I belong here. The commentary team did an excellent job putting him over too, emphasizing his NXT dominance, his physical tools, and the threat he poses going forward. That's how you build a star, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I won't spoil exactly how long Oba lasted or what his final elimination looked like because some of you might still be catching up, but what I will say is this: by the time his night was done, Oba Femi made sure that everyone in that arena, and everyone watching at home, knows exactly who he is and what he's capable of. So what does Oba Femi's Royal Rumble debut mean for the WWE landscape moving forward? Oh man, where do I even start? First, let's talk roster depth. WWE has been stacked lately with incredible talent, but the one thing you always need in professional wrestling is fresh matchups. Oba Femi brings an entirely new dynamic to either Raw or SmackDown, whichever brand is lucky enough to claim him. Imagine Oba Femi versus Gunther. Two absolute monsters with completely different styles. The ring general's precision and brutality against the ruler's power and athleticism? That's a pay-per-view main event waiting to happen. What about Oba Femi and Sheamus? The Celtic Warrior has been on an absolute tear lately, and the hard-hitting battle between these two would be the kind of fight that has fans on their feet from bell to bell. LA Knight? The mega star's charisma against Oba's dominance? The promos alone would be worth the price of admission. And we haven't even touched on potential tag team scenarios or faction possibilities. Could Oba be a solo wrecking ball, or does WWE have plans to align him with others? The possibilities are endless. Here's another huge factor: championship picture shake UPS. Whether we're talking about the World Heavyweight Championship, the United States Championship, or the Intercontinental Championship, Oba Femi is an instant contender for any title he sets his sights on. His credibility from NXT carries over seamlessly. But beyond just individual matchups and title opportunities, Oba represents something bigger. He represents WWE's commitment to building new stars, to creating the next generation of main eventers, and to keeping the product fresh and exciting. NXT has been cooking lately, producing ready-made superstars who don't need months of repackaging or rebuilding. They come in, they deliver, and they elevate everyone around them. Oba Femi is the latest example of that system working to perfection. Now let's get into the fun part: pure speculation about what's next for the ruler. Short term, I expect we're going to see Oba making immediate impacts on whichever brand he lands on. Whether that's interrupting a championship celebration, answering an open challenge, or simply demolishing people in singles competition, WWE needs to strike while the iron is hot. The worst thing they could do is have Oba disappear for weeks after such a strong Rumble showing. Keep him on television, keep him in meaningful programs, and let him do what he does best: dominate. Medium term, I'm looking at a championship program by summer. Whether that's SummerSlam or even earlier, Oba should be in a title picture sooner rather than later. His resume demands it. Long term? And this might sound bold, but I'm talking WrestleMania main event potential. Yes, you heard that right. If WWE books this correctly, protects Oba's aura, and builds him properly, there's no reason why Oba Femi can't be headlining the biggest show of the year within 18 to 24 months. We've seen it happen before. We've seen stars rocket to the top when everything aligns. Oba has the look, the skills, the presence, and most importantly, the IT factor that you simply cannot teach. The question isn't whether Oba Femi can be a world champion. The question is when, and how dominant will his reign be when it happens? I also want to see how Oba handles the promo side on the main roster. We know he can talk, we've seen it in NXT, but the main roster is a different beast. The segments are longer, the pressure is higher, and the audience is massive. If Oba can translate his confidence and charisma to those longer promo segments, combined with his in-ring dominance, game over. Absolutely game over for everyone else. Listen, we are witnessing the beginning of something special with Oba Femi. Royal Rumble debuts are career-defining moments, and Oba absolutely nailed his. The confidence, the performance, the statement he made, it all adds up to one undeniable truth: the main roster just got a whole lot more interesting. For everyone who's been following Oba since his NXT days, this is your vindication. You knew he was special. You knew he was destined for greatness. And now the whole world gets to see it. For everyone just discovering Oba Femi, buckle up. You're in for one heck of a ride. Now I want to hear from you. Drop